It's literally just layer after layer of wallpaper on top of this plaster. There's an entire house that basically has to be remodeled, and I'm essentially doing it on my own. Well, the audio might be absolute trash on this, but I do have some DJI mics coming, which will help with this type of content. But anyways, I have quite a bit of a mess here. So yeah, I'm just going to clean this mess up, and then I have a little bit of a old pantry wall over here that I'm going to tear down. And then these panels, there's some wood panels still left, we're going to take those off. You don't come across these old metal coat hangers much anymore. I'm definitely just hanging on to that, because I can tell you of like 8,000 instances in the past 5 years that I've just needed a metal coat hanger and couldn't find one, so. So there's been a lot of goodies fall out of the ceiling from the attic ever since I started taking this down. And one thing that came out was these little playing cards here. They're from a game that the owner of the home that was helping me the other day, he said that it's a game they used to play back in the 70s. It's called That's Truckin'. And he says it's kind of like Monopoly. Like you drove around a highway with these big 18-wheelers, and so this one says like, Convoy CB radio keeps you company through the night. Advance 4 spaces. And then this one says, bonus, good luck. Truck stop poker game, you win $100. If anybody's played this game, let me know in the comments how much fun that was, because honest to God, like, I was obsessed with 18-wheelers growing up myself, and me and my cousin would have died to have this big rig game. Yeah, if you've played this, let me know down in the comments how much fun that was, and then if you still have yours, snap a picture of it and send it to me. I want to see it in all of its glory. Okay, so what we have to do now is, there's some plaster right here on the chimney, which looks awesome, right? I mean, take a look at this. So as far as this goes though, this is the rest of the plaster. It goes up the side of the chimney there, and then on the bottom here, and we're exposing this old brick fireplace. And that needs to go. So I've used a few different ways. This down here shouldn't be too bad. Some of it's brittle, some of it's not. We'll see. People are gonna hate that I'm using the tip of this as a pick. some carpenter out there is gonna really lose his mind over me using that as a pick. I know my grandpa would. But it's my tools. I bought it, so I'll use them however I want. It's literally just layer after layer of wallpaper on top of this plaster. Some of this is just stubborn. Like, I don't know what the mix is or how often they have to mix the plaster. But some of it's bonding. It has bonded really well. There's really no telling how long it's been here. It could be 100 years or more, so. Now I need to take all of this down. Yeah. And then I can get the panels, clean up my mess, and then I'll almost be done with the kitchen to where I can move on to another room for the time being. Check this out. I'm trying to take this board off right here, but it doesn't want to budge, right? Like, no matter what I do, just can't get it to move up. Well, if you take a look back there, the back, see that? There's a little wire going through a little hole, and it's very annoying. And it goes through the thermostat, so I don't want to break it, right? So I definitely don't want to break that wire, right? But I gotta cut it. I gotta get it out. Not the wire, but hang on just a second. Let me introduce you to the most universal, most used tool in the modern era. If you don't know what this is, it's called an oscillating multi-tool. If you do know what it is, before I just told you, you can pass go and collect 200. This guy right here, I use it so much and I like it so much, I bought 2 of them. And if I had 4, I wouldn't be mad about it. Boom. And just like that, our wire has been saved. Look at that. Part of me really wants to take all of this plaster down. I mean, a big part of me wants to take all of this plaster down, all of the lathe boards off the wall. Fur the studs out, and then start fresh with drywall. But realistically, if you're going to do this, if you're taking apart an old house and it has lathe boards and plaster, take the time, take down the plaster, take down the lathe boards, throw the studs out, put that drywall on there, nice and new and fresh. But then again, drywalling over top of the plaster just adds another bit of insulation to the house, so yeah, keep that in mind. I gotta take that outlet cover off. I absolutely despise flatheads. So, initially my plan was to move this fridge over about 2 foot, because on the back side of the fridge in here, there's like 2 foot of space over there. And at one point in time there was a stackable washer and dryer here. I was going to move this fridge over to about right here, build it in, like case it in, and then frame a door over here. And that'd be a walk-in pantry to the kitchen. There's a vent pipe that goes up the wall there. I know it's a vent pipe because there's no upstairs. Well, there's an attic, but there's no toilet in the attic. So, it's definitely not any doo-doo coming down. I'll work around it. Don't get me wrong. I will have that fridge where I want it. I'm not Mike Rowe, but this definitely is a dirty job. Anyways, I got just a little bit more to clean up here. I went ahead and knocked down that other bit of plaster on the fireplace. And yeah, I'm gonna clean up and then we'll walk around and I'll explain some of the things that I still have to do. Guess I'll show you the kitchen. We'll just keep it simple. We'll keep all the work in the kitchen for now, even though there's an entire house that basically has to be remodeled, and I'm essentially doing it on my own minus some help here and there from family. Yeah, I'll show you around. So ideally we are going to expose this brick in the kitchen, drywall all the walls. This ceiling used to be a drop ceiling, and I took it up, and then obviously it's a panned ceiling, and I'm going to copper the inside of that cell right in there after I get done insulating and running my wires. Let me show you this area right here. This is kind of neat. Okay, so here's the fridge. There's like a whole nother 2 feet almost exactly of space on that side that I want to open up to make this a kitchen pantry. This obviously floor in here has seen better days. Most of this house has seen better days, but like I said, it's almost 100 years old. And this door right here opens and goes into the living room, which is another project. So, ideally, what we want to do is cut this take it over that 2 foot, right? Move the fridge over, frame a wall on this side of where the fridge will be, and put a door in here and have a walk-in pantry into the kitchen. All this trim around the doors has to come out. I'm redoing it all in wood, which is going to test my craftsmanship. And then this door will eventually go because there's a whole area out here. I know this looks like nightmare fuel to a lot of people, but it ain't that bad. Anyways, yeah, once I get that fixed, that'll be dining room. Over here, drywall. Gonna put some pocket lights up in there. Same with over here on this side, a couple pocket lights. And then I got lights going all through up in there. Those are just temporary service lights that we put up. That way we could work a little bit. And they catch some light, more light than we had, and more light than you have is always good light. And then this area in the floor here by my miter saw, you can see there is an extreme drop off right about there, and it goes up over there, and really this entire section, like right around through here and over, is like that. But I'm going to try to do the best I can to just kind of get nice and flush, because some of these old houses, they're really hard to move the weight around, and a lot of people think you could just come in and rip it all out and jack the house up, and that just ain't the case with these old ones. Sometimes they're actually quite heavy and it's delicate work. But anyhow, yeah, kitchen area. So I'm gonna do like a built-in pantry up right here, going over, oven here, microwave over top of it, and cabinets coming down to about right there, countertop, oven, a little bit of countertop, pantry. And then over here, an island, stretching like the whole span of that, which is around like 107 inches, just island, or 8 foot, depends on what I can get. I want to do a butcher block, I think. I like using that bar top epoxy on butcher block. Turns out looking really nice. Anywho, yeah, stay tuned if you want to see more of this extravagant kitchen remodel. It's like I don't even know, I lost count. Like 3 kitchens ago, how many kitchens I've remodeled. So. But this is one of the older ones. I don't think I've worked on a home this old yet. So yeah, worked on some old ones. Definitely worked on some 1970 model homes, mid-century homes, remodeling them. Particle subflooring everywhere. I hate it, but it is what it is. But yeah, stay tuned if you want to see more.